Time now to take a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope your Wednesday was a good one. And once again, a lot of those low clouds all around North Central Washington, especially in our higher elevations. This is a shot outside our weather window up at Lake Wenatchee from this afternoon. You can see a lot of fog up that way. And as you're traveling up around Stevens Pass and Highway 2, foggy conditions there as well. Not so bad, though, here in the lowlands. Just a lot of those low clouds. And as we make our way through the rest of the week, not much is going to change. We still could see a little bit of that patchy fog both on Thursday and Friday, partly to mostly cloudy skies in the afternoon. But the big news are temperatures. Look at this tomorrow. Some low 60s are possible in some areas, but we're talking mid 40s to high 50s and mid 50s as we make our way through the week and into Super Bowl weekend. But it looks a little wet as we get into Saturday and Sunday, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Today, though, much like yesterday, in fact, exactly the same high temperature, 44 unofficially, 38 is where we should be for this time of year, and our record 58 set in 2018. Another mild morning this morning, our low 37 degrees, which is about where our normal high should be. 26 is our normal low, and 2 below our record set in 1989. Sunrise 7:22, sunset 5:08. We're gaining about 4 minutes of light per day, and believe it or not, we gained 65 minutes of light in January alone. So more light's coming. So as we get to our temperatures as we make our way into Thursday, we are going to warm up. I think we'll see a little bit more sun tomorrow than today, and that wouldn't take much because we saw hardly any today. But look at the temperatures: 51 in Moses Lake and Ephrata, 50 for a high temperature in Quincy, Ellensburg 48. We will see 48 in Wenatchee, 47 in Chelan, and 46 the high temperature tomorrow in Leavenworth. So that's almost 10 degrees above where we should be for this time of year. Tonight, not much changing. That blocking area of high pressure still in place over northern Utah, southeastern Idaho, and that's creating that beautiful big ridge over the Pacific Northwest. It's keeping an area of low pressure at bay for now. Our lows tonight, mid-30s. By Thursday, once again, a little bit of morning fog. That'll give way to some high clouds by Thursday afternoon. We will warm up. We're talking upper 40s for high temperatures on Thursday, and I think we'll even get a little bit warmer than that to end the week on Friday. Still that ridge over us as this area of low pressure pushes a little closer to shore, but we're going to see highs around 50 on Friday afternoon. It should be a beautiful day. And then as we get into the weekend, that's where our high pressure ridge begins to retreat somewhat, and that'll allow a lot moisture southwesterly flow to move in. A very weak cold front will be associated with that, and here's that 60% chance of rain on Saturday. We will remain warm, though, with that warm air coming up from the south, around 50 for highs. And then Super Bowl Sunday, it could be our wettest day of the entire forecast, but who cares? We're all watching football, right? Cloudy skies, a 70% chance of rain, almost statewide for Sunday. High temperatures still mild into those upper 40s. And then as we kick off our next work week on Monday, low pressure will kind of wear itself out off the coast, and most of the showers will be in extreme western Washington. Maybe an isolated shower for us Monday, with highs again very mild into those upper 40s. And by the end of our forecast on Tuesday, not a lot of change. Low pressure still off our coast. That'll supply some clouds our way, but that's about it. Slightly cooler for Tuesday, with high temperatures then in the mid-40s. All right, your 7-day forecast now, and it's brought to you by Colonial Vista Senior Living in Wenatchee, where comfort, care, and community come together. 35 overnight tonight, just some high clouds when the fog burns off tomorrow, and 48 degrees. Beautiful day on tap for us for Friday, partly cloudy and warmer, and 50. And then as we get you into the Super Bowl weekend, Saturday, 60% chance of rain late in the day and 49. Super Bowl Sunday, that's right, go Seahawks, and it's going to be a wet one. Cloudy, a 70% chance of rain, and 48 for your high. And then as we get you into the next week, a chance for an isolated shower Monday and 48. Mostly cloudy, just slightly cooler for Tuesday, with highs then around 45 degrees. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.